Hey fellas, how's it going? Well, this is Gonzalez Garage recording again. Today we got a 2008 Nissan Pathfinder. It does have the 4.0, fellas. So yesterday, this car was dropped off over here in my house. The customer was telling me that the car was overheating and he saw some steam coming out of from the hood. So we actually pop up the hood, we open the hood, and we saw some cooling around here from the radiator. Yeah, we saw some steam coming out from the top of the radiator. It was around all this part and around over here. I'm gonna even try to get my tester to pressurize the coolant system to see if we see any bubbles around here, so I can capture it on camera. I'm gonna check the codes right now. I was checking it earlier and I saw I saw the P1217 engine over temperature. Yeah, I don't know how long the customer drove this car for by the time when it started overheating. Okay, so fellas, I hope we still have some coolant right here or some water at least on the radiator, so I don't have to add. All right then. So now we're gonna try to pump it until we reach. Well, I don't know how much we have to reach, but it might be probably right here on the 13 or 14 psi. Well, even like lower than that, we're gonna see the leak. Also, yeah, I'm gonna have to change this radiator cap. The way how the seal looks like over here, I just don't like it. So to play safety, I'm gonna go and get a new radiator cap, radiator, coolant, etc. This is what I want to capture. Did you guys all see all these bubbles over here coming from the top of the radiator? Needless to say, guys, let's go and change the radiator now. And so for changing this radiator, so I'm gonna have to take this air duct off. It looks like it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Just 2 bolts over here. Disconnect the master flow sensor, intake, temperature sensor. Whatever, I didn't get the wiring schematic, so I don't know exactly which one that one is. Or we might even leave like this one on. Who knows yet? Another pole over here. I'm gonna disconnect the battery, positive and negative cable, just to play safety as well. We got some hoses around here. The upper radiator hose, lower is gonna be on the bottom of the car. In this video, I'm not gonna show like step by step. Like I said right now, to disconnect, to unplug the battery. So I'm gonna do that, air that, and I'm gonna show you by the time when they're already out, or if I actually find if I can position the camera good enough to show you the process, I'm probably gonna do that. So we have it like that already, fellas. So we're gonna have to take off this fan shroud, the fan housing right here, to disconnect the the hoses that go to the radiator. This one that goes over here as well, to the coolant reservoir over here. Probably it would be a good time to start draining the radiator from the. Yeah, so in this type of cars, fellas, the best thing to do is to get the transmission cooler, to separate the transmission fluid from the coolant from the radiator. I've seen in these type of cars that sometimes the coolant of the radiator actually gas get mixed up from inside, and then it actually the transmission fluid and the coolant it start like getting mixed up, and by the time when like out of the blue, then your car like that, like it doesn't start shifting or something, like doesn't start, or sometimes it does start but that doesn't pull on gear, and it gets kind of like weird shit over there. So yeah, so if you guys have a Nissan Pathfinder, a Nissan Frontier, an Xterra, yeah, the best thing to do, man, an update would be to get a transmission cooler, man. And well, actually the transmission lines supposed to be right here, but they put it over here on like on the front of the radiator. That's cool. That's cool. So this is how it looks now without the fan housing, fan shroud. Also the lower radiator hose is unplugged. I have to unplug it to like take off all the coolant. I tried to unscrew to lose the pickup from the radiator, but it was too tight. I was like, damn, fuck it. Let me do it from old school, fellas. So, yep. The fan shroud is right there. I'm gonna have to undo those push pins. There is a bolt right here. It's a 10mm bolt that is actually holding down the radiator. So once I pull out that bolt from here, I'm gonna have more play with the radiator. As you guys can see right now, it ain't moving. That's the same thing over here. Pull up those push pins, those 3 push pins. You're gonna have enough room to take off this 10mm bolt. Just so once, guys, that you have to put the radiator back, just make sure. So those ones over here on my hand, probably you guys can see them. But over here, they're like the bushings that go right here on those holes. And the hole that is right there in that hole at the bottom. And also then the shade. I forgot the scientific name of that AC radiator. I forgot the name of it. But the AC radiator also goes right there in that hole, right there on the very bottom of the radiator. So yep, just make sure that everything goes snug, feels good. Yep, the way actually you guys pull out the radiator is the same way as you guys go and install the radiator. You put the radiator back to the car.